Did you hear in the next election, America's going to have a popular vote? It's the same one you've always had. They just didn't tell you that it's the one that matters the most. So if you ever want any change to happen in this country, listen up, because this video may be the most important video you ever hear. At the convention, no one really could agree, other than the fact that they had to keep the people in line, which influenced the Great Compromise, where an enslaved person was counted as 3/5 of a person, which is horrific, I know. The compromise, though, was so the southern states could have more representation and power, but also to create this illusion that the system valued all other people equally, to divide the common folk against each other by giving the appearance of status. In truth, only free men with property can vote, which meant just about 6% of the total population, regardless of race. If the US kept the same class-based restriction today, only the top 10 to 12% of Americans could vote. But because they couldn't agree on who should vote, they gave the voting rights to the states. There is no central voting law in the Constitution other than the fact that you have to be 18, which wasn't added until 1971. This is why we have gerrymandering and lobbying at extreme levels. There's no real central control over elections and political financing, and the only way to change that is through an amendment. The Constitution requires 3/4 of states to change it permanently. And as for other rights, well, everything else is temporary. Federal laws can create rights, but it's only as long as the majority that passed it, unless the courts wipe it out first. Constitutional rights are permanent. Laws are not. You want to fix healthcare? Amendment. Fix education? Amendment. Equal pay? Amendment. Dogs considered a life and not property? Amendment. If you ever want certain rights in this country without the political divide and anxiety of reversal, you have to change your state first. And that's where your popular vote matters most. There's no electoral college for state election. And I'm not talking about who represents you in Congress. I'm talking about your actual state legislation. They create your state laws and decide all other rights. Right now, we have 28 red states. If they get 10 more, they could remove the First Amendment, take away equal access, whatever they wanted. The central government is a distraction, and they want people to focus on that. The gerrymandering moves across the country is not just for seats in Congress, but to guarantee control in the state. We have the oldest constitution in the world still in use. On average, constitutions are replaced or significantly revised about every 19 years. Since the making of the Constitution, there has been close to 10,000 proposals for amendments, but we technically only had 5 for the people since the Bill of Rights. And it only happened because the people banded together and there was a war. It wasn't for the people, it was forced by the people because they needed people to fight. So change is possible, and the first stage is changing your state and amending the Constitution. But if you believe that the country is really for the people, well, let's see how well you know it. Who in the US government do you think has the most power? Drop your answer in the comments and make sure to follow, because I'm going to teach you that next, and you might really be surprised.